episode of the day, and on this particular episode I want to talk about I think his name is Leon. I've got a lot of requests about this man, like on the email, on what, about some of the false teachings that he teaches. Now, he was previously a spiritual son of Joburg, and there were services that he once did with Joburg, Bushiri, whatnot. He was kind of like clicked up with that line of theology. So I don't know if currently he still is. So we know, okay, he's from that side. Now, what he teaches here is extremely misleading doctrinally, okay? Let's understand. We're not talking about other areas. We're talking about doctrinal matters here. So it's Sexuality Show with Daily Christian Commentary videos. If it's your first time on this channel, do check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments. I'm going to show you this video. Then I'll be back here to talk about it a little bit more further. I'll illustrated points here. Straight out, it's on the dot. We don't have to go any far. We don't have to drag this particular episode. I'm going to just highlight one thing. That is so misleading. It makes you so dependent on a man. So dependent on a man. And that's not how God functions. He says in the earlier part, he's like, the church has dropped their apostles and prophets, and so the church is lost. He speaks about it like that. If you go listen to the stream there. But then he then comes to this point where he says, and because of this, because the church is so lost, the most important thing that people should need to know, the church people, is that you can't cross over a year without a prophet. That's very misleading. How did Bill Gates cross over? Does he have a prophet? How did Dangote cross over? Does he have a pastor? How do unbelievers, everybody, I get it, their focus is that you cross over with a prophet, he is able to prophesy for you, whatever. How did Mark Zuckerberg cross over? Does he have a prophet? Elon Musk? Do you think Elon Musk was in a church service? No. I crossed over. I don't have a prophet. Will anything bad happen to me? God knows that. Or will anything happen to you? Only God knows that. The idea of having a prophet, you need a prophet to cross over, doesn't make sense. It makes no ounce of sense, because otherwise everybody should have just exploded. Because they don't have a prophet. Okay, as I've stated, most of us don't go to prophetic churches because we see the deception and how it leads to men. It only ends at men. That's so far from God, and it's so necessary to see so that a person can have a reference to say, oh, okay, I'm not being directed to God here. I'm not being directed to Jesus here. I'm being directed to a man. And if you want to defend this, please don't. Don't even defend it. It's okay. Just stop watching and go on. Move on with your life. How have you been living before he was there? How were you living before prophets became popular? They are a thing of nowadays. So how were you there before he was there? So it creates all kinds of problems. You start wondering, what exactly is the point? Where does it go to? And what is the point that is being derived from such things? Is that it makes you dependent on a man. You will frustrate yourself trying to understand this. No, you waste your time. Calm down. Calm down. It reminds me of this other one here. You see, because their focus is on themselves, because their focus is on a man, it makes sense why many of these other churches, they just think, we are praying to God, not to be better people, not to be better at our discipleship, not to lead people to Christ. No, we want to have money. We want to have money. We want that dollar bill. That is the prayer that they were at the 31st service, this particular other church. They were at the 31st service just to talk about how much money. They will be millionaires this year. They will be what. Things that they are not assured of. Out of 300 people, how many million? Out of 300 people, how many millionaires do you know? Okay, like right now, let's not even talk about millionaires. How many people are well off, living in something, doing their life properly, not this thing of faking, properly being able to afford it and whatnot? Because some of them, they do it for the gram, they do it for the likes. They aspire so much that they would destroy their bank accounts just to live what you will like on Instagram. We're not talking about that WhatsApp group. How many people legitimately live in that lifestyle that are? So why is it that they keep peddling this fiction? Is that people continue to show that they want that. you need a prophet to cross over. How did others cross over who don't have prophets? Bear in mind, all of the positions within the church, all the fivefold, they are all meant to equip the body. It doesn't mean that all are in one church. Okay? And so for him to say you need a prophet to cross over, it's very misleading to church. Doctrinally. We don't know about other places. We are talking about doctrine here. You know, that people that will, can you, doctrinally it's misleading. How did other people cross over who don't have prophets in their life? How have you been crossing all these other years? We've been crossing. We were not even part of church. How did we cross? You know, that 1 year when you were in this other school, my entire high school years, I was not in a prophetic church. How did I cross over? How did I pass those school years? Because I didn't have a prophet. How did I pass? It's dumbing down your mind. It's meant to destroy your individual mindset so that you only think of what they give you. And this is what church has become nowadays. This is destructive. Structurality show with the daily Christian commentary videos. Now, this was the first time I interact with any of his content, just for people that might not know. But I think this was a good introduction to show that there is that drive towards men. That's not only in the black church, it's everywhere. It's doctrine, it's a doctrinal matter. Not like, Africans, it's a doctrinal subject. When people are wrong doctrinally, they go all over the place.